honey, I'm thinking ahead. Do you want to go to Disneyland or Walt Disney World for our big trip once all this craziness is done and they're all open and everything's kind of back to normal?
Ooh, that sounds so lovely. Well, I think you know where I want to go. There's only one place like it.
That's right. I can't wait for that Disney magic. You're thinking what I'm thinking.
I think so. Let's go to
Disneyland.
Disney World. Wait, what? Honey, how can you want to go to Disneyland once this is all over? I want to go to the best Disney park, like for a week or maybe 10 to 12 days. Disneyland can't keep you occupied all that time, and Walt Disney World has so much to offer. 4 parks, 27 hotels. I know you love Fort Wilderness. We can re-experience the Hoop-de-Doo Review that you went to as a kid, and I can go over and see Animal Kingdom Lodge for a couple nights. We can hit Disney Springs and see the Cirque Drawn to Life show. There's so much more to do if you're going for a week, and I want to stay in that bubble.
Well, you're right, of course, but it's Disneyland. I mean, we could easily spend a week at Disneyland. And if we get bored, we can see other things in Southern California. And we won't leave feeling like, I wonder what it's like over at that hotel, or wishing we had made it to this show or that attraction that we missed. And I'm tired already thinking about all the walking and the transportation. Gotta ride the ferry and ride the Skyliner, get on the bus, get on the tram, all that walking. I mean, that place is its own country, not just its own theme park. I mean, you end up spending so much of the week just getting around the place.
But it has so much to offer. I want to go to a water park, an all-day water park. Think about it, Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach or maybe both. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Well, it does sound nice. I mean, but we don't have to be completely inside the Disney bubble the entire time. I mean, if we go to Disneyland, we can spend a day at Hurricane Harbor, Knott's Berry Farm, or Magic Mountain, Raging Waters, hit some water slides.
And think about that the beach. Oh, well, we can talk about that later.
So, I was thinking, if we went to Disneyland, we could really save some money on our Disney trip. It might really be a good idea to go to Disneyland. The tickets cost less. We can stay at an off-campus hotel, but still be within walking distance of the parks. And maybe we can spend the money we save on some amazing Southern California cuisine. Or we could fly right into John Wayne and be at the parks in 30 minutes, or we could drive.
Well, yeah, we could. Or we could go to Walt Disney World and stay at the Art of Animation for the same price and actually be on campus. And the tickets are like $5 more. Plus, we get a meal plan and save money that way. And I think Walt Disney World has much better in-park dining than Disneyland, or at least more of it, especially themed dining. There's cool table service restaurants in every single land of the parks. I'd love to do the Sci-Fi restaurant again and the Brown Derby, and we've never been to the Be Our Guest restaurant, and I really want to go.
Oh, I don't know. I guess Disney World may have some things that cost less. You're right, lodging definitely costs less. But overall, I really think Disneyland has the better value. And with restaurants, why Brown Derby when we can experience one of the originals, one of the best, orchestrated by Walt himself, the Blue Bayou? Or we could finally try Napa Rose. And of course, there's always lunch at Carthay Circle, and we could follow that up with World of Color or Fantasmic. Oh, it'd be wonderful.
Okay, it's true, we can't do World of Color at Disney World, but it's not like there's a lack of evening shows or anything. We could catch the new Epcot show Harmonious, and Hollywood Studios has more evening spectaculars than any other Disney park in the world. We could see the wonderful World of Animation again, and we could still do Fantasmic.
We could, but it's not nearly as good as it is at Disneyland. I mean, don't you love the way the Fantasmic and World of Color come together so organically in the parks to create their stage? I mean, the spaces start as one thing during the day and they transform into something else in the night. And Disneyland includes the sailing ship Columbia and the full-size Mark Twain. I think the plot's a little better, and Murphy the Dragon is a little better.
It's true, but Harmonious looks like it's going to be epic, and there's not a bad view at the World Showcase Lagoon.
Well, there's not a bad seat at the Riverbell Terrace, or, honey, what? we've been talking about this. We could get 12 of our friends together and we could do 21 Royal. I mean, dinner surrounded by Disney history. We could watch the show on the balcony. I mean, I'd really love to soak in that Disneyland history.
21 Royal? I thought you were arguing to save money.
Oh, honey, I was reading. Did you know that Disneyland has more rides than Walt Disney World? They have 57 actual rides just between the two parks, 39 at Disneyland and 18 at DCA, More once Avengers Campus opens and another once they get Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway going. That'll be 59. Wow. All in one place. I really want to make sure we ride all the rides. You remember that last time we went to the parks, we tracked how far we were walking, right? Remember, at Disneyland, it was about 5 miles a day, but at Walt Disney World, it was always 8 to 10 miles every day.
Maybe that's good. I need to walk off the corn dogs, Mickey ice cream bars, and turkey legs.
Yeah, I could use that. That's true, I could use that. But, Disneyland's just so much more concentrated. Disneyland's on 120 acres. Disney World is 43 square miles.
I get the point, but Walt Disney World is not that far behind on rides, just one. Disney keeps it pretty balanced. They have 56 rides. The Magic Kingdom has the most in Florida with 28, but the other three parks, they do only have 9 attractions right now. I can't deny that. But they have so much more to them to see and do. I mean, they have the aquarium at Epcot and zoo at Animal Kingdom included with that, and some of the best shows, films, and walkthroughs too.
Now, I suppose that is true, but with just 9 rides in the entire park, the lines get beyond ridiculous. Everyone has to do the same 9 things that day, right? And I have to admit that the queues are much better sometimes, more interactive, more detailed, but you have to admit that that's probably because you have to spend more time in them. I mean, at Disneyland, there's so much to do that everyone's so spread out that there's always some ride with like a 5-minute wait we can just almost walk on. It's so much easier to just follow the Disney magic at Disneyland wherever it presents itself and just explore the park and ride what's in front of you.
Yeah, that's true, but you have to admit that Disneyland can feel more crowded, even if the lines are often a bit shorter. Adventureland at night and Main Street during fireworks, you can barely move. And Disney World has new rides coming. The Ratatouille ride is opening, and the new Guardians coaster might be open by then too. And they have more thrill rides with 17, 4 more than Disneyland's 13, and you love thrill rides.
True.
We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also
Pirates of the Caribbean.
What?
Disneyland. It has the best Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, so?
It's the last ride that Walt Disney himself worked on. And it's one of the best rides in the world. Almost 15 minutes long, perfectly timed. It just doesn't work as well without the gradual introduction of the bayou to Dead Man's Cove. On this vacation, I really want to go see the work of the original Imagineers and stand where Walt stood, see his castle, look up at his apartment and see that the light is still on. Experience the work of the original Imagineers, Marty Sklar, Mark Davis, Mary Blair.
If we go to Disney World, we can still see Marty Sklar, Mark Davis, and Mary Blair's work at Epcot. The place has some one-of-a-kind, old-school Disney Imagineering in it. There's Spaceship Earth, Living with the Land, the Grand Fiesta Tour, Journey into Imagination with Figment.
What about the Matterhorn, Walt's roller coaster? The sailing ship Columbia and Mark Twain that Walt oversaw the building of? Casey Jr. and the Storybook Land canal boats? The original Haunted Mansion? The original Peter Pan? The better Space Mountain?
Expedition Everest, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, the better Peter Pan, Frozen Ever After, Dinosaur, Mission Space.
Well, Disneyland has rides that Walt Disney World used to have but doesn't anymore, like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. The submarines are still there, Snow White's Scary Adventures, well, Enchanted Wish anyways, and the Davy Crockett Explorer canoes.
All right, I can play that too. What about Swiss Family Robinson's Treehouse, the Country Bear Jamboree, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, Carousel of Progress, Muppet Vision 3D, and the People Mover.
People Mover. Yeah, People Mover. Well, Disneyland has Radiator Springs Racers and all of Cars Land. Walt Disney World doesn't have that.
Flight of Passage, Pandora, the World of Avatar, Floating Islands, Toy Story Land, Slinky Dog Dash. Disneyland doesn't have any of those.
What about Web Slingers? Avengers Campus? Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, The Incredicoaster, Alice in Wonderland, Autopia, Indiana Jones, for gosh sakes.
Honey,
What?
go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, good idea.
Oh, and you also forgot about Kilimanjaro Safari and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Good night.
Good night. You know, honey, I was thinking, it's going to be really hot next summer. It's so hot and humid in Florida, it's sweltering. Southern California has that Mediterranean climate. That California sunshine is the best.
Who says we have to go during the summer?
Wait, what? You want to go during hurricane season?
We go in the spring or the fall, and we wouldn't need a wetsuit to get into the ocean.
If we can avoid the sharks, that is, yeah. Well, all right, we'll think about it.
Okay, honey, I have to get to work, but we should probably decide soon.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I really want to splurge and go to Disneyland. I want to stay at the Grand Californian and stay at a hotel inside a Disney theme park. Has its own entrance.
Really? We could have private overwater cabanas at the Polynesian Village, and we could eat at Ohana or go to Trader Sam's Grog Grotto. Don't you want a little kungaloosh? Or let's stay at the Contemporary, and we can hop the monorail right to the park. Or by the boardwalk, or Disney Springs, or the Caribbean, and we can do Mickey's Campfire and Beach Party. The hotels are amazing.
Well, what about the Disneyland Hotel? I mean, that place has so much original Disney history, too. And they have a Trader Sam's. What if we got a themed suite at the Disneyland Hotel? Pirates of the Caribbean suite, or Big Thunder suite, or what about the Fairy Tale suite, huh? I mean, we could go play on the monorail water slides.
Honey, we could go to Disney World and stay at the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel.
Huh. True. Well, Amy, I have a surprise. I went ahead and I booked our reservations.
Oh no, you did? I did too.
Oh no, you're kidding. I booked us a week where you want to go. I booked us a week at Walt Disney World. You talked me into it.
Oh my gosh, I booked us a week at Disneyland because you talked me into it. Let's keep them both.
Boys and girls, in 1923, Walt Disney arrived in California to follow his dreams.